Last chance today for those seeking a voice in the news to be heard at 1-877-NEWSMAX in our dissertation on cruising Kasich, so be prepared to defend yourselves, all right? After we snap this turn around the dial with the defender of liberty, conservative to the Texas bone, and heard weekday evenings at 570 KLIF in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, Grant Stinchfield joins us on the show. All right, Grant, you know what's coming. Let's get right to it. You wrote a column for The Federalist. I'm very upset you didn't tell us first, young man. We'll talk about that later. Where you said, I regret voting for Donald Trump. Now, you said he's off the rails, he's a train wreck. You mentioned his antics, his childish behavior, that he's winging it, has no top-notch respected experts around him, yet you say you're still going to vote for him, Grant. Explain that to me, please.
Look, if he's the nominee, I have to vote for him. There is no way I'm voting for a third party. There is certainly no way I'm voting for any one of these Democratic candidates. So I think I was like most people. Ed, I got caught up in the anger towards the Washington elitists and the establishment and the donor class, and Donald Trump came along, and he started espousing everything that I was thinking, you know, this hatred for these bloviating bureaucrats. And I kept saying, Ed, and I think we talked about it on the show, oh, Donald Trump's a CEO. He's going to hire good people. He's going to get conservatives around him. All the policy stuff will come. Well, here we are so many months later, Ed.
And it hasn't happened.
Policy stuff has not come.
Right. It hasn't happened. So, I mean, again, I got to question you on this. I understand all that you said, and that's what a lot of people have said and will say to this day. But does it then point out that because of a lack of real options, you failed to make a rational decision?
Yeah, I didn't make a rational decision, Ed. You know, I had other great choices. And in fact, in that column, I apologized to Governor Rick Perry here in Texas and Governor Scott Walker. I abandoned their campaigns way too early. And I think both of those two guys, you know, I'm shocked that I'm even saying it, but I wish Governor Perry was back in this race, or even Governor Scott Walker, because the two guys we got right now have just been disappointing me. And so I'm not even out there endorsing Cruz. All I'm saying is no Hillary and no Bernie Sanders.
I get that. Okay. Now, what does it say to you, though, knowing what you just said, knowing that I've spoken to a lot of people, quite frankly, who feel the same way that you do? They voted very early. They're not happy with their vote for Donald Trump, yet they realize that he is maybe the best of a bad lot that is out there. But what does it say to you? When you look at the numbers, and you mentioned Hillary Clinton, you want to defeat her. Get that. We want her out of office as quickly as possible. But looking at a lot of different stats and a lot of different polls, the GW Battleground poll is being cited by some people right now, saying that Clinton is only 3 points up. It is one of the least respected polls across America. It does not have a tremendous amount of gas. People always look at what it does. It's very lowly rated. The rest all say Hillary by 8.5, 11, 7, 10. What does it say then that after that decision is made, at this point, the polls are saying the Republicans are going to get crushed?
Well, I think, Ed, your key points were, quote, at this point. And
yes.
At this point, we can't look at the polls of what a general election is going to say. Hillary Clinton is bad news. You know, this election was supposed to be a cakewalk for us. It was supposed to be a waltz into the White House for Republicans, and we've butchered that. And so we are where we are. I'm not going to look at the polls, but I'm certainly not going to abandon the Republican Party. And I think it's treasonous of some of these so-called conservatives and Republicans who are out there saying, oh, there's no way they're voting for Donald Trump. Look, I regret that I voted for Donald Trump. I apologize for it. But I'm not abandoning the Republican Party and handing the White House over to Hillary Clinton. I will not do it.
I would say there's a lot of people who feel exactly as you do, that it is treasonous if you then turn against your party and vote for Hillary Clinton. Understood. 60 seconds. Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M kid, indicted today for accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. Grant, doesn't this just show us, look, this kid, he's another one. He's very talented, churned out, thrown out by the system, entitled, given everything. This is the problem with college and the pros. This kid doesn't have the mental wherewithal to be an adult at this point, yet they give him millions of dollars and just let him get out there. It's a shame to see a talent like this wasted.
Well, you know, our other hometown boy here is Jordan Spieth, right, who we all know is the great golfer. I was talking to a buddy of mine who's a member of Dallas National Country Club. It's a very exclusive club, like $150,000 to join, and they give away memberships at a reduced cost to many of the pros. And I said, did you give Jordan Spieth the membership? And he said, you know, Jordan Spieth came to us, and he said, I want to pay the full price for the membership. And this is a kid. And you saw what happened to him, but he has class.
Right, but he's in golf. He's not in college football. College football will spit these kids out, and they will step on them, and they will use them as fodder every single day.
Oh, I think you're passing the buck and blaming the NCAA for kids that have no backbone or no spirit. I mean,
I'll give you that.
These kids should grow up and
gonna
take
give you
some responsibility for their actions.
We need to do more about this. You're right. Responsibility for their actions. I absolutely agree with you. But the NCAA and the colleges don't give one damn if these kids fall on their face, and even if they fall into the gutter after they're out of college. You and I are going to have this
You know what, Ed?
one day.
Nobody gave a damn about me except my parents, my friends, and my family. That's it. And you know what? You learn to pull your bootstraps up and go on with life. Grow up,
Agreed.
kids.
Weekday evenings, 570 KLIF in Dallas-Fort Worth, always on the web. Grant Stinchfield, thanks for joining us. That's going to be my commentary tomorrow. Keep it short, to the point. Last chance, the world-famous hardline lightning round, 877 Newsmax. Did Ted Cruz and John Kasich make the right call in banding together to go after Donald Trump? Gerald in Arizona, you're up next. Go for it, Gerald.
Thanks for taking my call. I don't think it's going to make any difference. The people that are behind Trump are going to be behind him.
But do you think they're at least doing the right thing in trying to force that second ballot vote? Because they say not all of America wants Donald Trump.
No, it's just that I'm ashamed of what they're doing. That is
politics.
The Republican Party.
End of the day, that is politics, and you're right about the Republican Party. That's another issue. Thank you very much. Donna V. in Maryland, you got the last word in this segment. Donna, yours.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. I just want to say, this alliance between Cruz and Kasich, it backfired as far as my vote went. I was originally a Cruz supporter all the way, but with all this nonsense, I literally hit the ballot, and Trump got my vote today. I am sick to death of politics as usual.
I think that you are not alone in that. It's good to hear that, and congratulations on voting. Glad you did that. Thanks so much. Coming up next, telling it like it is, the case of what kids being poisoned says about the lack of American responsibility. Next on The Hardline.